What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Punch. Thanks so much for joining us. I am Brody, joined by Tudong Dylan.
Hey,
and the Captain Kirk of this Starfleet, Charlie Hickman.
Ooh.
Hey, nice.
Very appreciative that you did not call me the red shirt of the podcast, so I will take it.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. While you're here, we'd love to interact with you. So comment down below. Just be nice about it. And then whether you're watching us on YouTube or if you're listening in on the audio version of our podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, so whether Apple or Spotify or Amazon, we're on all of them. So check them out. And then when you're here, you can give a thumbs up. If you're there, you can give a star rating or whatever platform has to give us a good rating. We would sure appreciate it. That kind of stuff actually does help. And you can subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, Dylan is going to come to your gym because it's the new year. I know that you've got that gym membership that you've been sitting on. He's going to come to your gym and he's going to use all the equipment and he's not going to wipe any of the sweat off. He's just going to leave it nice and moist with that head print on the back there, dripping sweat. And you'll walk up and you'll be like, well, can't use that now because Tudong sweat all over it.
And I do sweat quite profusely. Yeah, it's bad. I'll probably bring him one of those very little hand towels, like a little washcloth, and be like, hey, I got it. It's fine. It's good. It's clean now.
And nothing better than a damp seat when you sit down. Nice and damp.
So if you don't want that to happen, please make sure you subscribe. And then you can come back here every Wednesday to hang out with us and see what we're talking about. Kind of like this week's topic. We're doing one of our drafts. We love these draft things. They're so much fun. And this week's draft, we are drafting Starship Crew. We love sci-fi. We love space. We love spaceships. We love all that stuff. So we thought, you know what? It would be fun to put all this together into a draft and make our own. Charlie, tell us a little bit about this draft.
This was a really fun one to put together. We have a 9-round draft, gentlemen. It is all obviously very sci-fi centric. I tried not to pull too many obscure television references. I know that drives you guys nuts. So I try to.
It does make it seem like it does. It does give you an advantage. We'll say.
Watch, get some culture, boys. Watch a little TV. Anyway, unique to this draft, as opposed to other drafts we've done, is we will have photos. So that'll be fun. We'll have some pictures to look at. Sometimes we might say a name of a character, or in this case, maybe a starship or something. And you might think, oh, that sounds familiar. But in this case, now you get to see it. Unless, of course, you are an audio listener, in which case we will just describe it to you in sultry toned voices. So
sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry for our sultry voices.
Yeah.
No, sorry for not being able to have images.
So right. So Spinner, or what are we doing?
All right. Yeah, so let's determine who's gonna go first.
Let's see who goes first. Let's see who goes first.
The Talk Punch Spinner.
Yes, I love the new
spin. Spin. It's gonna be whose head is up top.
Yeah.
All right, it's Charlie is going first.
It's been
finally
rigged.
It's not rigged.
He rigged it.
Finally not rigged.
All right, let's head on over to the draft. Go. Ooh, lolly. There we go.
Ooh. All right. Why don't you put up the photos, bro, and I'll read out the names here that we got to choose from. So every good starship needs a starship captain, and we've got 5 great ones to pick from. So our first choice, we have James Tiberius Kirk. We've got Malcolm or Mal Reynolds. We've got Captain Solo. Ho, ho, ho. Jean-Luc Picard. And of course, from Brody's favorite TV show, Taranga Leela.
Still haven't watched it.
Yeah,
one of these days.
And look, a little bit of me dies every time. This is like the Goodwill Hunting line, where the best part of my day is the 5 seconds where I say something about Futurama and I think maybe you've seen it before you dash my hopes. So no, I could be a jerk and I could take Mal Reynolds because I know Dylan is frothing over there for some Nathan Fillion. Frothing. But he might actually quit the podcast and walk out if I pick it. So I'm gonna. No, and then he might show up at my gym and be all sweaty or whatever.
I would wring
I don't need
out my
sweaty
little
Dylan.
washcloth.
It's gonna be like raining outside my house, and he's gonna be like, "You took Nathan Fillion from me." So I'll leave him on the board. Gosh, these are all great choices. I wasn't
They
planning
are.
on having the first pick. I thought, hey, I just picked from the leftovers. You cannot go wrong here. As much as I love Leela, her show is certainly a comedic half hour. She often leads her crew into incredibly dangerous situations. I'm going to go with Picard simply because he says my favorite Star Trek line of all time: "The line must be drawn here." And it's great. And the gravitas of Patrick Stewart, man, and he's just a cool dude, and just nothing at all like Picard in real life. Just a very funny dude.
Yeah, really funny.
All right, Brody, who's your pick?
I am very surprised that you didn't go with your Futurama trope. I feel like
I love Leela.
any chance
Love
you
it.
have
Very surprised.
to take anything Futurama, you take. But I guess not when it comes to Jean-Luc Picard.
I had to go with my boy, my spirit. He's my spirit animal.
All right,
He's fantastic.
I am going to go with James Tiberius Kirk. I think he's a good captain. He was a captain for a long time. There's a lot of movies with captain, a lot of TV episodes. But he is one that can. I love that Dylan doesn't even get I
already put it.
He just gets assigned Al Reynolds. But Kirk,
I was like reaching for these. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. You can't take Malcolm Reynolds from me. I'm leaving. I'm walking out of my own house.
But Kirk, I think he's somebody that he can be captain of a ship, and he can also get down on that planet and take care of some business.
Oh,
what I mean,
he's got the fists. He's got the brains. He can do
over the two-handed axe chop to the back of people's necks to knock them right out.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right out.
So I feel like there's a couple, like Han Solo. I thought about Han Solo, but it's really more of a scoundrel.
He seems like he would kind of betray you.
Yeah. I feel like I would try to ask him something.
Are you C-3PO out of nowhere? He's like,
probably.
3PO, get out of here.
He was annoyed with everybody. He got annoyed with Princess Leia. He got annoyed with C-3PO. He got annoyed with Obi-Wan and Luke. The only person he didn't get annoyed with was Chewie. And he probably actually got annoyed with Chewie.
His last name is Solo, so I mean, doesn't work well with us.
He's not a team player.
I almost put the kid from the Solo movie in the picture.
Oh jeez. Oh no.
This is just to see if you guys would notice, if I could get a reaction out of you, but then
if we would notice.
If we would do it. You're like, what happened? Now we can't choose him. Well, then I guess if it's my turn, I'm going with my boy Nathan Fillion, Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. He loves his crew. If he's gonna shoot you, he's gonna do it while you're facing him. He's not gonna slit your throat while you're asleep. He does what he has to. He's not as exactly straight-laced. He doesn't have the gravitas of Picard. He may not even have the brains of Kirk. But he's a heck of a guy, and nothing beats Firefly and Nathan Fillion. So I mean, I'm going Malcolm Reynolds. Fantastic. If you haven't seen Firefly, folks, it's very short road, and it didn't even get a full season. Yeah, but it didn't get a full. It's not. I'm saying Broad because it's not very long.
Oh,
it's not even a full season. It's not even a full season. Brody
take that, Brody.
Yeah, take it. And it's excellent. And if you want to see Nathan Fillion at some of his best, that's the stuff to do right there. Great choices, Charlie, and that's my choice.
All right. So for this next category, I need to preface it. So our next category here is going to be spaceships.
Okay.
Now, if you've watched any of the movies or television shows that come along with this, the interiors of these spaceships might have some different variety of technologies available in the different universes that these movies take place. For the sake of this exercise, we're going to assume all the technology is the same, but that each ship will be enhanced by one advanced technology that will be chosen in the next round. So for this round, just assume it's just aesthetics. It's just the design. Don't worry about any of the other things. So just design. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you name them off so that we know what
So
we're looking at?
our starships here, because I know Dylan doesn't recognize any of these. We got the Serenity from sorry, Firefly.
Obviously, I
Got
recognize
scared there for a second,
none
like
of
you're gonna come through your screen and we got the Millennium Falcon, the Endurance from Brody's favorite movie, the Enterprise, and Battlestar Galactica from, you'll never guess, but Battlestar Galactica. So there you go, Jupiter class.
Now, Broad is the Endurance, the one with the ring around it?
It is. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm assuming that that's from
Interstellar. Interstellar.
Oh, it's Interstellar. I kept thinking it was from Event Horizon. Interstellar, that's right.
That's actually the Event Horizon, and it almost made the list.
Yeah.
A lot of good spaceships.
I mean, like, aesthetically, it's a cool, but I wouldn't want a ship that's like big.
Let's get some wear and tear on it. It's literal hell and back.
It's got some wear and tear on it, bro.
All right. Oh, so I get to go first. Oh my goodness.
This might be the toughest number one choice out of all of them.
Okay, so we're not counting like size of the ship, right?
We're just assuming that, like, for your needs, it will house everybody. So don't worry about the size. Don't worry about the tech. Just assuming, like, all other things being equal, pick the one that you think is just the coolest looking.
Because I know, like, Falcon a bit smaller, Enterprise is like the size. So not counting any of that stuff, just going
Not worried about that.
aesthetically.
Yep.
I think aesthetically, I'm gonna go Falcon.
Okay. Good choice.
Oh, is it weird having Kirk captaining the Falcon though?
No, it's awesome.
Can my brain handle that? I don't know, man. That's
Solo,
I feel like
Enterprise.
this is the one time that I wish I didn't go first.
It's gonna break your brain.
It does. I aesthetically. Okay, you guys go.
Falcon's cool.
I may
Falcon's
end up
cool.
changing.
All right, Dylan. What Captain Mal Reynolds, is he getting a ship upgrade or is he sticking with the old gal?
Oh, he's getting an upgrade. We're going Enterprise because that's just fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Was it just the original Enterprise, or was it one of like the newer Enterprise?
Let's go
I'll
with
be
the
honest.
original.
I'm fine with the original. Like, that's great for me. I think it's great. I like that. I was gonna pick Enterprise. Yeah, Enterprise. Hey, I've always appreciated the Millennium Falcon. It is fantastic. I love that it's like a disc, and technically, the Enterprise can do that too if it loses parts of it. But I've always loved the Starship Enterprise. That's just been just a fantastic ship. So yeah, Enterprise it is. Keep Malcolm Reynolds captaining the Enterprise. Why you got?
I know this draft is breaking my brain right now.
Well, you guys did take my top two choices, but that's okay because have you guys watched Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah.
You guys watch any of the show? Okay, yeah.
I watched like the new.
I'm always assuming that you guys haven't seen anything television based, so I almost hate to even ask.
It's a good point. It makes lots of sense.
But this is a really cool looking ship. I really like the design.
It is
as far as like a third choice here goes, you can't go wrong. And just from a practicality standpoint, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. And the Endurance went to hell and back in Event Horizon.
Well, I mean, no, the Endurance didn't go to hell and back. That's the Event Horizon that went to hell and back. The Endurance
went across a black hole.
Went across space and time, but neither here nor there. Brody, are you sticking with the Falcon? Because if you change yours, then we're gonna this is gonna be like a white elephant gift exchange. Are you gonna take one of ours?
No, I'll stick with the Falcon. As much as like I want to pick the Endurance just because it's really more of like a functional ship than a like aesthetically sleek, pleasing. So yeah. I'll stick with the hunk of junk Falcon.
Right. I'd just like to say that that Dylan's favorite actor is Nathan Fillion, and he would have been angry and left the podcast if he didn't pick him. Brody's favorite movie is Interstellar, and he couldn't even be bothered to pick the ship.
Left
Just
the
couldn't
podcast.
care
I was
less.
waiting for it. Could not
Hey,
care. That's how much Brody's favorite movie is his favorite.
All right. So now this is the fun part because this is part of I'm probably the most excited to talk to you guys about.
Yeah.
You can pick one advanced technology to equip your ship with, and you can't go wrong with any of these choices because they're all awesome. So option one, you get your own teleporter to beam around the universe. You can have a replicator, which can basically take and form any matter, food, drink, anything that exists.
Money?
You get the Bacta tank from like Star Wars, where you can heal any ailment. You get the holodeck.
Ask Vader.
Where you can. What do you say?
Said ask Vader. He gotta like live in the Bacta tank.
Yeah. And then you get the holodeck, which if it's like a enhanced life. It's kind of like our brains can only fathom it as like a VR experience, but it's so much more than that. You want to go on an island retreat? You're on an island. It's freaking crazy the things they do in these sci-fi shows and the holodeck type stuff. Whether it's Star Trek or if you guys haven't watched Orville, you guys should watch the Orville. It's a great show.
Do they have a holodeck?
They have like an equivalent. They don't call it the holodeck. And they also have like a replicator that they don't call it like a food synthesizer. Anyway, and then the last one, of course, is Jarvis, a really advanced, friendly AI to just basically do all the things for you. So these are your 5 choices.
Wow.
And so now I got to go last on this one.
Yeah. All right. So this is a really hard one to go first on as well.
No, it's not. I'll go first.
No, you can't go first.
You can't. You go last, and you're gonna like it. So, the 2023 me wants nothing more than like, give me the replicator. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'd like a glass of water, and it just synthesizes a glass of water. I want a cup of coffee. It gives me a cup of coffee. I'm like, I want a sub sandwich I want a meatball sub from Italy, and it's like, boom, there's my meatball sub. Give me whatever I want. But it's also by the end of this, I might weigh like 622 pounds because I might just be like, you know what I want? I want a Twinkie. Give me a Twinkie.
Dylan goes first, right?
No, is it Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan goes because I had to pick the Falcon.
You went first with your captain.
Son of a gun. Fine. All right, you guys caught me.
All
Dylan,
right, now
pick your choice.
Cheat at your own game.
Those teleporters, I've seen what happens when they don't work. And they're scary. I don't know about that. Like, in theory, that sounds great. But in science, that sounds too scary. Replicator sounds pretty good. Now, Bacta tank, can that heal you from just about everything?
Everything.
So.
But, yeah. And for the sake of this exercise, you get shot 7 times, you're in the Bacta tank. You're good. Cancer, Bacta tank. Good. You fell off a building, you're in like several pieces and a little liquidy, Bacta tank. Good.
Boba Fett was getting digested by the Sarlacc, and he just had to go into the Bacta tank for a while.
He was good.
Couple trips to the Bacta tank, he was good, man.
Darth Maul, cut in half, Bacta tank. He's like, hey, what's up?
Now,
like a whole dude again.
Here's the thing with this. I remember that things like okay, a replicator would work a lot just for living. Like just being there would be just having a replicator would be fantastic. A Bacta tank, if you're going on missions, that's the stuff right there. But I have to say, I've always wanted to have a holodeck. And so it's tough to be like not choose a holodeck. But then again, I'm like, a holodeck would it's one of those things where I'm like, it wouldn't exactly advance anything with any missions, but it would be so cool to have a holodeck. All the different scenarios, any scenario you want, you could have it right there. Things like vacations, there it is. But see, we're a Starship crew. We're not on vacation. What was the last one on there?
Jarvis.
Oh, Jarvis would be great. Jarvis would be great too.
Would he eventually become Vision?
Only with
it depends a little bit on you.
But a Bacta tank. Just to heal everything. No more migraines.
All right, come on.
Come on, pick something, too long.
We need a little clock on the screen.
I'm going to go Replicator.
All right. Good choice.
This is a tough one, man. tough one. I so wanted a holodeck.
All right,
I
I'm
have
going to go with the
one.
holodeck. I will
Yeah.
say that this one of all of them might be the most dangerous because there were times in my life where I get excited about a new video game and I'd be up and it's like 5 a.m. and I'm playing or something, or I'm binge watching some TV show in my early 20s and it's like the next day 7 a.m. and it's like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode of 24. What am I doing? There's a real chance that I'm in the holodeck and I'm like, all right, what would happen if we did that Talk Talk Punch episode back, but this time I picked Taranga Leela as my captain, or what would happen if I had Brody's beard show me in the holodeck, or what would life be like if I was, I don't know. You could just do. You could see many. I want to go to the year 1930 and I want to experience the France in the 1930s, or I don't know if that's actually a good year to be in France, but you get the point. But there's, you can go to these. I want to see what life's like in 100 years. Give me the things that you could do in these holodecks.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you and like the Orville, like that one point the guy gets a cell phone from like the 20th century and he puts in all the info and he's like dating a girl in the holodeck. He's like, what's up? I don't want to date a girl in the holodeck. I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool to, like, you could piece together, like, hey, I'm friends with Billy the Kid. We hung out the other day. I don't know. He seems like a nice guy.
Riker dated somebody in the holodeck, and there was a whole episode about a guy who is who is making like some of the people, the crew, on the actual holodeck, and they were like his slaves or something, and they're like, "You're not allowed to do this kind of thing." And he's like, "These are supposed to be private." This is next generation stuff right here. Riker fell in love with somebody.
But that's why I picked Picard as my captain. So that when I've spent 3 days straight in the holodeck and I haven't eaten and I'm nude and I'm covered in just sweat and fluids and
he's gonna be like,
in there and be like, the line must be drawn here. And he'll pull me out of there and he'll bathe me and clothe me and nurse me back to health. All right, bro.
Nice.
Bro,
all right, well, I'm surprised when I looked at this list. There's nothing on this list that I want more than a teleporter.
Really?
I was shocked that you guys like immediately dismissed the teleporter.
No way.
Oh my goodness. If you're on a spaceship to avoid having to land anywhere, you just get teleported down to a planet. You want to go someplace else? Teleport there. Oh my goodness. I want a teleporter in real life so bad. More than anything on this list. Give me a teleporter.
No.
I'm so tired of traveling. I want to travel. I just want to
agree that Dylan with the teleporter would be terrible. Like that would be horrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
You're like in your bedroom, and then all of a sudden Dylan's like, "Hello."
Hey.
Yeah, he's just outside your window, like peeking through.
Brody.
Hello, Nathan Fillion. I've teleported to your home.
I've just teleported here. Now I'm gonna teleport back. Good luck proving it.
You're number one fan.
You're number one fan. Hey. I'd be arrested so quick. There's security cameras now. There'd be no way. No way.
Be back up. Be back up. I've got arrested at Fillion's again.
Be like, what do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's not working? I knew I shouldn't have picked teleporter.
Teleporter,
Brody,
number one.
It's a great call.
I
Number
can't believe
one.
nobody picked Bacta tank. That one was my very quick number 2. Like that would be so useful. Like no more.
It would be super useful, but it wouldn't be fun. It's really, really useful.
Hey, you got to spend the next week in this liquid.
I'm gonna run a sim for what life would have been like with a Bacta tank, and we'll see. What would it be like if I teleported down to that planet there? That'll be my all right.
See, and Jarvis was going to be my number 2. So
Jarvis is great too. You can't go wrong with any of these. All right, now no Starship crew would be complete without an enemy to do battle with. So we have some pretty scary enemies to choose from here. Who will be your nemesis? Will it be the Empire, the Borg, the Xenomorphs, a whole planet full of predators, or for our Doctor Who fans out there, the Daleks? Daleks? Wow. My lack of Doctor Who knowledge is showing.
Yikes.
Have you guys watched any Doctor Who? I really want to get into it, and I don't know what... It's so much. I don't know where the entry point is.
I've never watched
a single. If you're still with us and you're a big Doctor Who fan or even a modest Doctor Who fan, please let me know where to start because it's a little bit intimidating because of the sheer scope. Even I, as an avid TV viewer, I'm a little bit intimidated. So many different Doctors, so many different eras. So I don't know, but there we go.
That's good.
This is
Oh,
me
All right.
first
wait.
again, isn't
Oh,
it?
Charlie
You're
goes
you're
first on this one. Now, Charlie, is this Vader or is this the Empire?
It's the Empire. But you can't talk about the Empire without at least looking at Vader. It's the entirety of the
Sure,
Empire.
sure.
And this is probably I'm gonna go with the okay. I don't want to fight the Empire because they could just blow up planets, and I'm just not into that. I don't want to mess with that. They probably fixed their like shaft problem, where you can just. I don't have any Force users on my ship here. I don't want to get assimilated, so I kind of want to avoid the Borg. I don't want any enemies that can travel through time, so I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna go with the Xenomorphs. I feel like they are in a place, and I could be in a different place. And then,
They don't have a ship to chase you with.
they're
you
not
know?
they're not gonna hop in a starship and just come after me. Like, oh no, we're being chased down by the Xenomorphs. It's kind of like, all right, we're in a dank cave on an alien world. Look at these eggs. What do we do?
Uh,
So I'm gonna go with the Xenos. Probably a terrible
Man,
choice.
choice.
this is
That's a good
so
choice.
hard, Charlie. You put together a heck of lists. Okay. I don't know anything about the Daleks. Empire sounds horrible. Borg sounds Predators. You know what? Because I have James Tiberius Kirk as my captain, I am gonna go Predators.
All right, it's probably a good choice.
Interesting.
Because
The Daleks, by the way, are a fictional extraterrestrial race of extremely xenophobic mutants, principally portrayed in the Doctor Who. They're nasty and they travel through space and time, and you would not want to mess with them. So good choice.
but I think having Kirk piloting the Falcon, if the Predators show up, I think Kirk could beat him up. And if we can't, we teleport out of there. No big deal.
Smart.
All right, Tudong, you're up.
Well, the Daleks sound pretty bad, and I don't want to go against the Borg because assimilation. I think Mal could run circles around the Empire. They don't
Oh,
seem
that would be
like severely smart, so I'm going to
I
go
would
with the
watch that.
Empire.
Yeah, right? That's a good pick.
Thank you. Well, I didn't know what to do until you were like, I'd like to see Captain Kirk face and I was like, well, come on, let's get. Hey, he's been bristling from the Alliance, and the Alliance isn't on the list, but the Empire is pretty close.
All right.
Run circles around him.
Now, how are you gonna fight these evil enemies? Well, you're gonna need a cool sci-fi weapon.
Yeah.
Let's talk weapons, boys. We got phasers, which you can set to stun or kill. You got your lightsabers, your identity discs from Tron. We got our proton packs, which can do more than just hit the ghost. And then but if you do run into ghosts, that's the only one that can.
Yeah.
And you got your
Shoot,
plasma
why did I
caster.
choose Predators?
Plasma what?
Plasma caster against the predators. So
Just use their own technology
Oh.
against them.
they're pretty cool. So anyway, so these are your 5 choices, boys. Brody, I believe you have the pick.
Oh, golly. Charlie, these so tough. Okay, so if I am fighting the Predators, what is the most phasers get me long range? Obviously the plasma cannon range, those fake. Identity discs are pretty awesome and they bounce
They're
around
pretty
really well. I don't think I want proton pack. So heavy. I think I'm gonna go lightsaber. And that's really just because I love lightsabers. But
So my kids and I were just talking about Star Wars. We were rewatching some old home movies where we were reenacting several scenes from Revenge of the Sith with my kids when they were younger, and we started just talking about the physics of lightsabers, and we started to wonder, why doesn't anyone ever just like when the lightsabers are about to clash, just like turn their lightsaber off and just like go and then just turn it back on and just stab them real quick. So like instead of
Probably
like ching
because
ching ching, whoop,
well,
that makes sense.
wouldn't if you aren't you blocking another lightsaber? If you turned it off, you're just gonna get hit by that lightsaber.
No, because no one's ever defending the lightsaber like against their body. It's always out in front like this. Whoop. So you just go whoop, and you stab them.
So, what do they go again?
Whoop.
Fine.
All right. Anyway,
I would
think
guess
on that.
a
Think on that.
lightsaber would kill me in seconds, and that's if I had it in my hand. I don't even. If we established in our mailbag episode,
How does this
I
work?
wouldn't
It's not even.
need to- I mean, like for some reason, I'm trying to swallow it. I'm like, I can get it down.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna change.
You can't change.
Yeah,
Nope,
I'm
you
changing.
Can't change. It's
You
already in
can't
writing.
change.
No,
Like-
I'm changing. Dylan hasn't
change.
picked his yet. Dylan hasn't picked his yet. I can
Hurry,
I
change.
was right about to. I choose the plasma cannon.
Oh.
The Predator plasma cannon.
Well, that's fine. That's not what I'm changing to. I want the identity discs.
Oh, that's
Because-
my choice. You can't take it.
You chose yours. You can't suddenly.
Ah, fine. Doggone it.
You know why I'm choosing that? Because you don't even need to aim. They have their little scope, and they turn. This is one of the things I loved about that. Like he sat there and he turned away, and the thing was still pointed. This is in Predator 2. It was still pointed at him, and then it shoots Gary Busey just like that. You don't need to aim, and I'd probably be terrible at aiming anyways. I'd sit there and I'd be like, stormtroopers. Let's see, maybe we can do a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, and go ahead. I don't know why I'm talking to it, but I'd be like, now go ahead. Like, yep. And now we're out of here. Malcolm Reynolds would be talking. He'd be charming him. Next thing you know, mowing him down with his little like parrot plasma cannon, and he would make it look like a parrot.
I don't even. I don't know how to. Even, I'm not. I don't know what to say to that. So now, Brody, the reason why I'm choosing identity discs because you didn't. Is because they can be close. They're close range and long range. And I'm fighting the xenomorph.
That was going to be my exact argument.
All of a sudden, there's a xenomorph on me. Boom! I got the disc. Oh, there's one over there. Bing! Oh, now it's back. Bing! Wah! And you can't go.
See,
that was going to be my exact argument: is that you can use them as melee. They're blades,
but you
can
want a
throw
lightsaber.
them.
No, you want a lightsaber against predators, bro, because they'll shoot their plasma cannons, and you'll sit there and you'll block it, and then chop them to pieces. Every single, they'll try and hit you, and you'll just be like, "Sorry, kid."
Well, yeah, that's
just like that.
For predators, you don't. The lightsaber is great because you can deflect all the. You can literally deflect their plasma casters right back at them. You know,
and they do bleed.
And they do bleed. So you could
Kirk with a lightsaber battling a predator.
That would be really cool.
Hey, if anyone out there is good at creating fan art, that's something I would like to see. Like a prime Shatner Kirk with a lightsaber, like just battling just a throng of predators. Just that'd be all right. That'd be pretty cool. I'd hang that poster in my room.
That'd be really cool.
Right.
All right, Dylan, I believe you get first pick on the next one. No Starship is complete without a Scottish engineer. And for this category, we are picking Mike Myers characters. So you can pick from Shrek, or Fat Bastard, or Stuart Mackenzie from So I Married an Axe Murderer. Head! Pillow! He's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow. We get, and then a couple of SNL characters that you guys may or may not know. Andy Gray. No, that is not a picture of Dylan. That is Andy Gray, the soccer hooligan, the Scottish soccer hooligan. And then the last one is Stuart Rankin, who, if it's not Scottish, it's crap. And people come into his shop of all things Scottish, and he'd get real mad if it wasn't, Scottish. So there you go. Pick your engineer, Dylan.
Oh, my engineer, I'd have to go with the last guy, the Scottish. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. That's got to be my guy right there.
It's crap.
This isn't made in Scotland. I'm like, we know that. Actually, it was made in space. Well, then it's crap. I got it. Perfect. I love it.
That's a good pick. Man, I don't want I I know which ones I don't want. I'm gonna go with Mackenzie because I just think that that's my
That's a
favorite.
good one.
My favorite. It's like the culmination of all of his previous Scottish characters came together in that beautiful moment.
It's
If
true.
you have not seen the movie So I Married an Axe Murder,
Oh, that's
it's
excellent.
very funny. It's I don't know if Mike Myers was the right choice for the lead male role in that. He seems kind of like a little uncomfortable being like the straight man, but when he's with his family, it is fantastic. It's a funny movie. It is worth your time. Even
Yeah,
now, I think it holds up pretty well. And Charles
definitely
Grodin's in it, so watch that.
beautiful.
Ed,
All
Bella.
right. Charlie, who is Andy Gray again? SNL
He's a
character.
yeah, SNL character. The show is
Oh,
like him,
soccer
and then like
hooligan.
yeah, they would watch soccer. He's a soccer hooligan, so he'd drink a lot of beer and complain about soccer stuff, and they'd smash things against their head.
Well, if
Poor
I've
Brody.
got if I've got Kirk and fighting predators with lightsabers, maybe having a soccer hooligan sounds like the way.
Okay.
So I will take Andy Gray.
I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna go Shrek.
With a lightsaber? Fighting
Well,
a predator?
he's just the engineer, bro. He's not like it's not the captain or he's.
Oh no! If
It's
you're on my ship, you're fighting.
Oh wow!
in the holodeck. I'm gonna create all the different characters with lightsabers fighting predators to see which poster I really want. The Shrek with a lightsaber fighting a planet full of predators. That also kind of gets me excited. I wouldn't mind having that poster as well. So
I
all
thought
right.
about Fat Bastard. Fat Bastard would have been.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem very reliable, but
He'd be out there telling predators to get in his belly. It'd be great.
yeah.
Uh, so all right. So the next category, I guess Shrek could have also made it into this one. It's kind of a little take on the idea of little green, little green aliens. So every ship is going to need a green crew member. So we have Yoda, pick me, you will. Gamora, your choice of Ninja Turtle. You don't have to necessarily pick the man. Have you seen some of these live action ones? This is like a cursed image. This
I've
is
seen
not a
them
good
all.
looking Ninja Turtle. There's some bad ones, right? Can we all agree that there's some bad live action Ninja Turtle
Oh,
movies
yeah.
out there? Okay. Greedo from Star Wars, and then you can have Kermit the Frog. You can have good Kermit. You can have nice Kermit the Frog, or you can have evil Kermit the Frog in my Emperor Palpatine hood. Thank you.
Does he get Sith powers when he's evil, or does he have Jedi powers as good Kermit?
He has
Or is
all
he-
the Sith powers, but the problem is, like when he does Force lightning, it's just string.
Does he have anything?
And when
Does
he goes
that
to
mean?
when he does like a Force choke, it feels like the limp hand of a puppet is choking you. So you're kind of like it's more of like a what's something? It's like tickles here. What's going on here?
Who's going first?
Oh, is it me? It's me, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
me. All right.
I thought you went first
Okay.
last. Who went first last time?
You
No,
did.
you went
You picked Stuart Rankin. If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Oh yeah. Yep, you're first. You're first.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I know. Gosh, I should pick Kermit the Frog because he's
Definitely.
my boy. But I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. Man, I'm gonna pick Yoda. I want to
It's a
see.
good one.
I want to see a long, extended scene of Picard and Yoda just telling stories.
You could see that on the holodeck.
I will. I watched that on the holodeck. It'd be fantastic.
They're gonna be like, "Will you
food or-
stop holodecking us? Like we aren't consenting here." I'd be like, "You don't need to consent. These are private."
I want some force powers on my ship. I feel like if he could protect us against the Xenomorphs, and then he could do like his little jump flips around, you know. But I wouldn't mind like Yoda with identity disc. Would be pretty cool. Watch that kind of.
Wow, that'd be really cool.
Doing his little hops and jumps.
All right,
All
well,
right, bro.
Charlie, I am so glad that you didn't pick my pick because I think there's one person on this that fits my team so well, and that's Gamora. Are you kidding me? James T. Kirk with Gamora with lightsabers fighting the predators. Oh my goodness.
As long as
My
she is, as long as
my
she's not
crew
making,
is awesome.
as long as she's not making decisions, because she was the one who was like, "Hey, I know exactly what we should do. I'm the only one who knows where one of the Infinity Stones is. I'm gonna go straight to my. This is my plan to Thanos.
Yeah. We know you don't
No,
like
no.
the Gamora for the plot holes.
I
That's
don't
No,
like
she's not
Gamora
the
for
captain.
her
She's not the
ridic-
captain.
Besides,
She's
I'd
going to
say
convince you to do something stupid, bro. She's going to convince you to do something stupid, and you're going to be like, and Kirk is going to be like, "Well, you're a green alien," and
First of all,
yeah,
Kirk and Gamora are definitely hooking up.
they're definitely hooking up.
He's an upgrade over Star Lord, so he's like a cooler version.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, so Del, who you taking? Greedo, Kermit, or Ninja Turtle?
You laugh, but I'm gonna go with Ninja Turtle. I'm gonna go with
All right.
Donatello.
Now, should we let him pick, or should we pick for him, Brody? Do we get to pick his Ninja Turtle? Who's the worst Ninja Turtle?
Venus.
All right, you can have Donatello. That's fine.
You're like, he's probably the worst, anyways.
I think Raphael might be my least favorite, but that might just because he was so moody in the first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
No, he's my
I'm gonna-
favorite.
I'm gonna leave these Ninja Turtles. I'm grumpy.
I'm very upset. I can't follow orders, and I certainly can't be part of a team.
They keep trying to bring me out of my shell. You know, that kind of stuff.
Dylan would have to have Michelangelo because having Al and Michelangelo hanging out.
Sharing a pizza. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, but I'm not
Replicator
choosing.
making
I'm
pizzas.
not. I would definitely have the Replicator make pizzas, but I certainly would not. I mean, he would probably be my third. It would be the least I'd want is Raphael. The second is Michelangelo. At least there'd see, but then Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo, I'm like DiCaprio.
All
Where
right,
did that
fine.
come
You want
from? Suddenly,
DiCaprio?
I
We'll
get
put
Leonardo
DiCaprio in your Starship.
Yes,
But he's got to be painted green.
That's fine, because then also we could replicate some vegan food for him.
No, there you go. All right. So let's go.
Ninja Turtle. Ninja.
You got to do some vegan haggis for Stuart Rankin.
Yeah.
All right. Now look, we all have some some long space flights and battles ahead of us. So we need an ally, and we're gonna not just get any ally. We're gonna pick a Star Wars species to be our primary ally. So you can choose from the Wookiees, the Jawas, the Tuskens, the Ewoks, or the Mon Calamari.
Are they
Or
really called
calamari. I don't
calamari?
know.
Yeah, they're Mon Calamari. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they known for exactly as a species?
For being super smart. That's why they're all like generals and stuff. And they have they build like all the ships that the rebellion uses. Like all the big ships are made by the Mon Calamari. Which is why, because I get to go first, suckers, I'm picking the Mon Calamari. I get the smart ones. You guys can have the Jawas or the Sand People or the Ewoks. I mean, the Wookiees are cool. But the Mon Calamari, man. Easy decision.
Calamari is good.
Easiest
The best part of that,
decision
Brody?
of this whole draft. What?
The best part of that is you'll always know if it's a trap.
True. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mon Calamari, baby. Come to me, Calamari.
All right, Dylan, who you got?
Now, what are the Jawas known for? Aren't they scavengers? And Wookiees are known for their brute strength, and Tuskens are psychopaths, and Ewoks are.
You gotta
rather
watch
primitive.
Boba Fett. They were nice
They
people.
were not psychopaths. Yes, they're
Tuskens were not
delightful.
psychopaths.
Tusken Raiders. Yeah,
No.
you obviously didn't watch Boba Fett, where they took him in
Obviously.
and they were
Why?
nice culture, just defending themselves.
Ferociously loyal to their own.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
pick the
none of them-
Ewoks.
None of these folks, except for the calamari, actually can come to your rescue. Like Wookiees don't have ships or anything, do they? And
Yeah, they
neither
do.
Jawas or they do. Wookiees have their own ships. They have their own starships to go ahead and help you. 'Cause I know Jawas don't, nor do Tuskens.
I
or
feel like
Ewoks.
I cannot confirm this, Brody, but can you back me up that there has been a Wookiee pilot in Star Wars at some point?
There have been pilots, I'm sure, but as a species, as a culture on the Wookiee planet, do they have they because Ewoks, Jawas, and Tuskens have not exactly like if you were to go to a planet and they were to do that, I don't know if they could come to your rescue. But if Wookiees can, then I'll go Wookiees.
The Ewoks saved the rebellion.
I mean, they
On the moon of
literally
Endor.
saved the whole universe, but
Well, I'm talking about if they could come to your rescue in space because this is a spaceship crew, a star crew.
all right.
So
So,
I'll
you
go
going
Wookiees.
You going Wookiees? Okay. Wookiees is a good choice. Now, as I'm looking at this list and I'm thinking all of these they all have space travel technology, obviously. They all have ships and could easily come to your rescue. I mean, that's not even debatable. They're literally in space. So I mean, like it's they could go anywhere in space.
Please pick Ewok.
Why do you want me to pick the Ewoks?
I want you
Because
to pick
then
those
you
two.
could have Yoda and the Ewoks. You just have all these like little critters running around with Picard.
I'm trying to imagine the crossover movie that would have the Xenomorphs versus the Ewoks. But you know what? They would set so many good traps. There'd be like a giant log swinging as like the aliens are trying to approach us. They'd be firing arrows. You know what? I'm going Ewoks. And if nothing else, they're really cute, and in a pinch, they make good food.
Okay.
All right.
And on that dark note,
and that brings us to our last category here. Look, every time you're in a situation where you've been in space a long time, you know what you need? You need to unwind. And so our last category here is like team building exercise. A futuristic sci-fi sport. So you got your rollerball, your jump ball from Starship Troopers, like football, but with more jumping. You got your Thunderdome, if you just need to duke it out a little bit. If you want to duke it out in robot form, you got your robot boxing. And of course, we got our pod racing.
so Charlie, why
So
didn't
pick
you
your-
use a picture from the newest Chris Klein?
Oh,
Because I wanted to honor the late, great James Caan. May he rest in peace, knowing that we remember 1975's Rollerball.
Fine, Charlie.
You're giving more reasons not to for that. What's jump ball from?
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Sounds like
Remember
someone needs a rewatch.
I've seen that,
Great
shit,
movie.
but I can't remember what they do.
They all played and they
first?
like jumped around each other and
You're up first, Dylan.
I'll go robot boxing. At least that one, nobody gets hurt except for the robots, I guess.
Well, here's the twist. Loser gets.
Oh, there's
loser
a
gets
twist
killed.
now. That's not
This
a
is a
twist. That was
This is
never in the
dystopian
movie.
future. If you lose, you die. I thought about doing like Hunger Games and like Running Man and stuff, but all right. I'm gonna go with jump ball because I actually really like football and I really like jumping.
I really
And so
like
I imagine
Starship
that those two
Troopers.
things together.
Great movie.
I
Don't give me
I-
that.
that's
Both of
great.
you. Oh
I
my
don't-
goodness.
I don't
I
know
say
about
that and
great.
both of you roll your eyes at me.
I didn't.
Yeah,
there was
that's
no eye
right.
rolling.
That's
It was more of like a
absolutely-
hang my head
yes,
down.
It was.
It was an entertaining motion picture, but its greatest achievement to modern society is the idea of jump ball, which says, hey, we're in the future. What if we use trampolines to play football? So there you go.
It starred Casper Van Dyne, which means it's and let's not forget Denise Richards, 2 Academy Award-winning actors.
Why I gotta hate on Neil Patrick, man?
I didn't say
Michael
You're
Ironside.
You're
Come
mocking,
on,
you're
dude.
mocking the
Patrick
cast.
quite
We got
yet,
Neil
but
Patrick's
he-
in the movie. Don't mock that.
Michael Ironside. He can be in just about anything and still be cool. He's leagues ahead of all the rest, including
Streets
NPH.
ahead, buddy. Come on.
Streets ahead. Excuse me. Streets ahead.
Also, Jake Busey.
Anytime you get a Busey in something,
He's
win.
That's a good point.
I
It
love
is a
that.
good point. You got to have some kind of abuse.
You guys may not like it, but I love that.
I didn't
All
say
right.
I didn't like it.
Okay, it's my pick. Okay, so I got Rollerball, Thunderdome, and pod racing. Pod racing feels like people die in pod racing, right? I mean,
well,
if you,
that's all Thunderdome is, bro.
yeah, that's true.
But you don't have to. You can do Thunderdome, but not to the death. You could do two. Like it'd be like wrestling.
Do it like Fight Club. Just go until you give up. It's like robot boxing without the robots.
Okay. I've like sure why, but I feel like pod racing would go with my.
I see it.
Maybe because like there could be like some gambling to it, like you get really into it, you like start throwing down some money on like, hey, our team is gonna win, over you guys' team, and we'll bet you credits.
You get the calamari designing pod racing.
Oh
things
yeah,
for you.
baby. Yeah,
That'd be
baby.
pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be good.
And you could just pull a full Anakin and have your pod racer sit completely still for like 5 or 6 laps, and then catch up and pass everybody for some reason. But at the end, it'll still be very close, even though your ship was fast enough to catch up after like 5 or 6 laps.
Charlie, he had a really high midichlorian.
Higher than Yoda, apparently.
Apparently so. All right. Well, hopefully this didn't lower anyone else's metachlorian counts out there. Let's recap our teams. So
Yes,
Dylan,
please.
Starship and Starship crew. He's got Captain Mal Reynolds at the helm of the Enterprise, using a replicator to probably drink a lot of whiskey and smoke some cigars, vegan haggis. They're battling the Empire, and they're armed to the teeth with plasma casters.
Yes.
They got Stuart Rankin. The Empire, they're not Scottish, they're crap. Donatello's out there with his bow staff. We got the Wookiees. I feel like the Wookiees and Donatello somehow work together. Those are good, good people.
I can see.
And when it comes time to unwind, it's all about the robot boxing.
Nobody's
on my
getting hurt.
Starship, I got Captain Jean-Luc Picard drawing lines in the Battlestar Galactica Jupiter-class ship. We got the holodeck to fulfill all of my lifelong curiosities. We're battling some Xenomorphs with our identity discs. We got Stuart Mackenzie making fun of everyone for their giant head sizes. He would not have paired well with your calamari people. Got Yoda and his force powers. We got the cuteness of the Ewoks. Whenever we just need a place to sleep, we just pull up an Ewok as like a Squishmallow type pillow. And when we need to unwind, we're doing it on the courts with jump ball.
Oh, I want to see Yoda and the Ewoks play jump ball. Sounds great.
Yeah, I agree.
That sounds great.
Brody Starship, he's got James Tiberius Kirk. Are you going Shatner Kirk or are you going Chris Pine Kirk?
Shatner, baby.
All right, good choice.
Nice.
Piloting the Millennium Falcon. That just broke a lot of sci-fi brains. He's got the teleporters to take him in and out of the planets with lots of predators. They're battling with lightsabers. They got soccer hooligan extraordinaire Andy Gray. Watch some old SNL from the 90s. We got Gamora, the green mistress of JT Kirk. We got Mon Calamari. It's a trap!
It's a trap!
Don't do the pod racing! But they're going to do it anyway. So pretty good teams there, gentlemen. Well done.
I think mine's the best.
You always think yours is the best, even when it's well. All right, yeah.
Because it's always the best.
Well,
but let us know.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, go for it. No.
Well, what I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted by that soccer hooligan over there, you should let us know, which team you like the best, or maybe just some of the choices that you would have made had you had the opportunity to pick. And let us know if there's any other material out there that you'd like to see a draft on. We're happy to kind of we like this format. So if there's another type of movie or genre that you'd like to see, and please hook me up. Let me know about Doctor Who, because I sincerely want to get into it, but I just don't know where to start. So give me some footing, people. I'm relying on you. Let us know in the comments below, and also like and subscribe below that luscious beard. What would life be like if I had Brody's beard? Holodeck. Holodeck. I ain't no holodeck girl.
He's a Gwen Stefani fan, apparently.
All right. I'm gonna start singing, so we better cut this. Bye.
Bye.